very good morning to you. It is quite early. I think it's about 8 o'clock, something like that in the morning. There's a beautiful autumnal mist which is hanging over the trees, and you can just see it over there in the background. Look, just above, behind the roof of the cottage, and there in the trees. It's a beautiful morning, it really is. Now, first of all, I just want to say that I took down the video that I posted on Facebook and also the video that I posted on this YouTube channel yesterday, because both of them were of poor quality. They were taken using my iPhone, and obviously when it comes to uploading videos from the iPhone, it's a little bit dodgy to say the least, unless of course I'm in an area where there's really good Wi-Fi coverage. So I've taken them down because there's enough, poor quality videos up there on the internet, and I don't want mine to be part of that dubious mix. So apologies to anyone who was interested in watching those, but I will remake them. So just coming down the driveway, there's a lot more bird song this morning. This is all the mowing that I did. You can see the driveway is a bit, I won't say tidier because I don't like the word tidy, but it's a little bit more distinct. You can actually see where you're going a bit more. And I've also trimmed back the buddleia, and I just waited really for the buddleia to, like you see here where you have these brown flowers. Well, once you begin to cut those off, then the whole buddleia lifts. So you can see the way it's coming right out of the hedgerow and onto the drive, and that's just perfect because it's obviously going towards the light. So I'll just walk down the driveway and go out onto the road frontage because I tidied up out there as well. Did a lot of mowing, managed to get the mower going. It was actually the plug or the point, whatever it's called, but basically the spark plug, I think that's the proper name for it, and that had to be taken out and cleaned up. So I did that, and obviously got it sparking again. Which is good, because I was going to have to take it, physically move it, take it to a workshop where they fix lawn mowers and such like. It's a beautiful morning, it really is. Now look at the autumn energy down here around the gate, because you've got the cotoneaster, which is covered in berries this year, rather gorgeous. And you've also got, look at this, the little rowan tree. Lots of berries there as well. And then this cotoneaster at the back. And got some buddleia here. Hypericum and fuchsia. And then this is the pheasant berry, or Leucestria formosa. There's the beautiful berries, which the blackbird loves because of course they taste like vanilla chocolate. They're kind of squishy. Now they're not squishy now at the moment because they haven't ripened. They go black almost. Then there's crocosmia going on down here, look, just behind the fence. Some more Shasta daisies still coming out. This is the original St. John's wort, the wild one, the wild Hypericum. And of course the beautiful oregano. Bees love those flowers. So just a quick dander up along the road here. Makes all the difference, you know, when the little bit of grass is mown, because I think it's a good advertisement to the general public for goddess permaculture. It makes it look more beautiful. There's a contrast going on, don't you agree? So all these trees here have been grown from seed. Then these are the Michaelmas daisies just coming out. And lots of beautiful plants happening here. Oh, there's a car coming. So I'm just going to hold on to him. Stay, stay, stay. He's a little bit of a rascal. He likes to jump out. Gets a bit excited. I don't think he's expecting a car this early in the morning. Jack, come down this way. Come on. Come on. So, there we go. Just back along the road you can see the edge. And also, look, you can see where I've put grass cuttings. That builds up the fertility of the soil. There's the sedge. That's a lovely wild plant. There's even a little Sitka spruce in there. I don't object to the Sitka spruce, I just object to the monoculture in which they're planted. This greed thing that's going on. Planting the same kind of tree over and over and over again. Now, just looking through, you can see that beautiful, I think that's Flaviromera, dogwood. That's the one that goes lime green. It's got some little white flowers on it at the moment. So we'll go back in, walk up the driveway. And just see over there. Of course, there's a lot of magic about on this kind of a morning because there's so much energy happening. You can hear it in the bird song. The birds seem to get quite excited by the level of energy just in the air. It's a beautiful morning for walking. Come on, Jack. Come on. Come on, good boy. This driveway is it's about 120 metres long, something like that, maybe a bit more. I'm going to walk up to the cottage and then go over to the tunnel. I want to show you what I've been doing in the tunnel because the video that I posted up on Facebook, it was a live stream video, and the reception kept dropping, you know. It's very annoying for me, you know, when I look back on something like that and I think that's not really the quality of videos that I've been putting out, and I really want to keep that level of integrity with the videos going. I think I'll just walk straight up the drive. You can see here again, look where I've emptied the lawnmower grass, putting it around plants. So I'm starting another juice fast tomorrow. Just a 7-day one. I want to take another few pounds off fairly quickly. The weight that I lost on the 100-day juice fast has stayed off, and I've added to that with another, I think it's £4 in total, doing the whole food plant-based lifestyle. So I now know, of course, that I can go back and do a quick juice fast, shed a little bit more and keep it off. Now, the benefits of that, of course, very simple. I've just walked fairly quickly up the lane, up the driveway, and I'm not huffing and puffing. So obviously my heart is performing much better. Now, we'll just go around this way. And again, I'm walking pretty quickly. I don't want this video to be too long. Because that's when it can take a lot of time and get very frustrating. So those of you who have maps of Bealtaine can follow this little journey that I'm making. Okay, I'll just quickly explain what I've been doing here in the tunnel. So, you can see all the dry earth, and it's been banked up pretty high. So what I've been doing, I've been digging out from the stones to about a foot away from the back of the tunnel, a good deep trench. So I've moved 2 whole wheelbarrows full of earth so far. I'm leaving the plants at the very back, and I'm putting them on a kind of a raised bed, if you like. You can just see it here. And then I'm filling the trench at the front with compost, and some organic sort of farmyard manure. A friend brought me up a couple of sacks, so I was able to integrate it all together. And then I've put in the plug plants. So I've got kale and I've got spinach and also purple sprout and broccoli, so all that's in there. This is going to be my green food between now and hopefully next summer. So I've got a lot more to do. I've got to work all my way up there, and then I've got to fix the beds on this side. I've started doing something like that this morning, because I've been up since about 6 working out here. So I've been digging out holes and actually backfilling them then with that mixture that I talked about, which is very water retentive. And I've done a similar thing down here with the honeysuckle. The honeysuckle only just survived that drought. So what I've done is I've pulled the stones out, I've made the bed larger, I filled it with, again, that similar mix that I was telling you about, and I've also done some chop and drop. Now, it's working because all the water that I've put in there has been absorbed, and that's really what this is about. Bringing the water retentive qualities back into the planting areas. So, also beginning to build up a new compost heap here. So you can see, any of you who've noticed that big feather duvet, look, it's just poking out there from the sides, it's in there. All that should biodegrade down really well. Now, we'll just go back over. This So there's lots more activity from the birds. I think their molting season is over. Got to get in there in that lunacy garden, do a bit more work. The apples are coming along beautifully, and also I'm looking for a fairly good harvest of hazelnuts. I think I showed you the other day the hazelnuts which are coming out. The tree canopy really has grown incredible this summer. It really is as though Mother Earth is taking care of many problems, because what's happened this summer, certainly here in Ireland, and I'm wondering if you've noticed the same where you are, there's been an absolute explosion of growth. Trees especially have just gone crazy growing. And in fact all the plants, all the shrubs, I have done a cutback on these paths. Terry has done a cutback on the paths. I've been doing massive, loads and loads of chop and drop. So it appears, of course, obviously the more the plants and trees grow, the more carbon is sucked in by them. So it doesn't take a scientist to work out what's happening, and that's why I have said, and I keep saying, and it's become a mantra of Bealtaine Cottage, plant like your life depends upon it, because it does. And I think when I say your life, I mean life, just life in general. And we do need to be mindful of the life around us, and the next generation coming through, and not just the next generation of us, the next generation of life. So, okay, blessings to you all. I'm going to go in and load this video up, and have a beautiful Sunday, everybody. It certainly is a beautiful one here. Blessings.